Norman's police department concluding their investigation into school threats, a live report ahead. Plus, hear from a local business on their thoughts on State Question 820. And after a sunny day, rain chances return. Our meteorologists will have more. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Stone Weber.
And I'm Addie Crawford. We begin tonight with breaking news. Threats at a Norman North assembly just last Friday left students and parents worried. But today, Norman Police Department releases new details. OU Nightly's Cameron Joyner is live at Norman North High School. Cameron, what's the latest?
Today, charges are pending in Cleveland County District Court after threats were made against a school assembly here at Norman North High School on October 21st. The Norman Police Department says that within minutes, school resource officers on campus were in control of the situation. They were able to identify all of the suspects, all of whom were under 18. Norman Police Chief Kevin Foster telling the community tonight NPD is taking the safety of their schools very seriously and that behavior like this will not be tolerated. NPD says that this investigation is now concluded. Reporting live from Norman North High School, I'm Cameron Joyner, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Cameron. Well, it's a complete 360 today outside. I had to swap out my raincoat yesterday for a light jacket today on my way to class.
Yeah, and Addie, I'm definitely not complaining about that. Brayden Siau joins us live. Brayden, what's it looking like today?
Stone and Addie, it is definitely a lot different out here than it was this time yesterday. We had a low pressure system move across the state that sparked numerous showers and thunderstorms across most of Oklahoma. But today we're sitting under beautiful blue skies. People are walking to class. But looking at those current temperatures right now across the state, here in the Oklahoma City metro, we're sitting in the mid 60s with portions of northeastern Oklahoma still a bit cooler in the mid 50s. But rainfall totals across the state range from 3 inches in Lawton to just over an inch here in Norman. And wind gusts across the state range from 51 miles per hour in Lawton to 44 here in Norman. And we could be talking about an additional chance for rain coming up later this week, and Josh will have more on that coming up in the show. Back to you.
Thanks, Brayden. As we prepare for a very cold winter, power companies are preparing for harsh conditions. OU Nightly's Pratt talks with OG&E today about their plans.
Thanks, Stone. With large outages over the past few winters, OG&E is preparing for the cold winter season coming this year. OG&E says it is ready when the temperature plummets.
In fact, with winter coming up, we actually start in the fall doing extra to prepare our power plants to make sure that we don't have any losses in our power generation fleet before the winter gets here.
With new equipment for all types of power lines, they are reducing extreme weather issues.
We have been able to cut down our restoration time to the customers who experienced outages during that time by almost 50%. And then also we had about 20,000 less customers experience an outage.
Oklahoma is a part of the Southwest Power Pool, a 14-state power grid.
When one state needs help providing power to their customers, they can pull from the larger power grid. So we can do the same thing if something happens and we need to help supply power to our customers. And
sharing power across states can be an important resource when dealing with extreme weather.
Because some of our neighboring states who were unregulated, they experienced significant high bills and loss of power for extended periods of time, which also led to loss of life.
OG&E can also rely on mutual assistance if large storms are incoming, a program where other states come into Oklahoma to help restore the power. Reporting live, Pratt, OU Nightly. Addie, back to you.
Thanks, Austin. A conflict between authorities after an aggressive raid in Israel. Donovan has that and the rest of today's international headlines from the News Center.
Protesters of the city of Nablus in Palestine are recovering after a deadly raid. Military forces of Israel killed several Palestinians during their attack against the Lion's Den militant group. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas says the killings are war crimes. Israel's Prime Minister Yair Lapid says their goal remains to inflict lasting damage on terrorism. And civil unrest continues after the death of 22-year-old Masa Amini. According to CNN, the Iranian government is working to control the narrative of Amini's death by detaining multiple journalists. Citizens anticipate that 40 or more journalists have been jailed and sense an overwhelming lack of clarity. In many residential areas have been hit in Ukraine, leaving hundreds in a constant state of anguish. The city of Mykolaiv works to recover from the devastation following a recent Russian missile attack. According to CNN, 5 people were injured and no deaths have been reported. And a Russian judge upholds the verdict of conviction of U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner's drug smuggling charges. That's all for today's news.
Thanks, Donovan. Governor Kevin Stitt announcing a special election about recreational marijuana. OU Nightly's Romello Woodfork speaks with a local shop owner about the benefits of legalization.
Since 2018, Jerry Flowers and hundreds of others like him have been ringing up the legal sale of medical marijuana in Oklahoma. Now Jerry is excited about the opportunity to sell recreational marijuana too.
Happy that we did get a special election for it.
164,000 Oklahomans signed a petition that forced State Question 820 on the ballot, allowing registered voters in the state to decide if recreational marijuana becomes legal in Oklahoma. Jerry says it will help stop the growth of illegal cannabis.
The black market is going to continue to grow unless we take steps to allow easier access for those who are currently using the black market.
The topic came up in the recent governor debate. Incumbent Republican Kevin Stitt is against the proposal.
No, I am not supporting that. It is still illegal federally. We should not have a checkerboard of jurisdictions across the state, so I am not supporting recreational marijuana.
His opponent, Joy Hoffmeister, says she's not sure.
I'm not certain yet, because part of that answer, I do think that it is something that we basically have recreational marijuana today.
Jerry says he's just glad Governor Stitt set the date for the special election on the issue.
The governor did the right thing by listening to the people and put it up to a vote of the people, so I don't think he had a choice.
But wishes it was on this year's ballot.
State Question 820 should have been on this year's ballot, but politics came into play.
Either way, Jerry says he's glad those who are serving time for simple pot possession or who were previously convicted can possibly get their records cleared.
The people who are in prison right now, if this bill passes, then they can apply for resentencing. Those who already served their time can go back and file for an expungement.
The bottom line, Oklahoma voters will decide if they want the sale of recreational marijuana to be legal in their state. Romello Woodfork, OU Nightly.
The debate over legalization is far from over, but it all comes down to March 7th, 2023.
Coming up, voting just got easier in Cleveland County.
We'll tell you about a device that accommodates everyone on Election Day.
And make sure your passwords are unique and safe after new research.
More science and technology news when we come back. The midterm election is right around the corner, and the Cleveland County Election Board is gearing up for voters. If you need help voting, polling places will have devices to help those that are visually impaired. The device reads the options on the ballot to the voter. The voter then can select their option with a remote. Ballots are cast as normal.
Everything that's on the ballot is all through this. If they want to repeat something, they turn the wheel, but anytime they want to vote, then they hit enter. And at the end, they can recap it by going through all that, make sure they voted for everybody they wanted.
Early voting here in Oklahoma takes place November 3rd and 4th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
New information coming out reveals ads with false election information are not being taken down. Summer Miller has this story and more in Science and Technology.
Stone, research from a human rights watchdog group at NYU says major platforms are failing to block ads with obvious false election information. The group pushed out 20 ads with incorrect voting information to TikTok and Facebook, and both platforms approved most of them. After the ads were approved, researchers removed them so they were not shown to users. Most of us think our online passwords are safe, but experts are showing just how easy it is for hackers to access them. Here are ways to keep your passwords safe. First, don't use the same passwords for different accounts. Also, change up the passwords so they're not too similar to each other. And finally, use a multi-factor authentication when logging in. And now it's even easier to check out on Amazon. Starting on Black Friday, Venmo will be added as a payment option. Also, holiday shoppers can still use the buy now, pay later option, even with Venmo. And Stone, Addie, you might just want to check on that Apple Music bill. The company says prices are going up.
Well, good thing I have Spotify, thanks Summer. And are you looking to get in shape? Well, OU Fit and Rec has just the answer for you.
Find out what challenge OU students can take on when OU Nightly returns.
And meteorologist Josh Duncan joins us now. Josh, are we expecting any rain later in the week?
Yeah, we had a soggy day yesterday and early this morning, but we are now starting to dry out. But yes, Stone, there is another chance of rain showing up for Thursday into Friday. We'll show you all those details coming up next. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday. The storm system that brought us all the rain yesterday and early this morning is now shifting out to the east, so we are all drying here in Oklahoma. But look at this. A tornado watch is now in effect for parts of Alabama. We had a couple of weak tornadoes here in Oklahoma with the storms yesterday, and now maybe a few more this afternoon. But again, this is leaving us, so we are done with the storm system, and we've got some nice weather on the way for this evening. The winds will be relaxing here throughout the rest of the evening. Temperatures in the lower 60s, falling into the upper 50s by around 7 o'clock, so it isn't going to be a bad evening, just a bit on the cool side. And taking a look at your forecast for the next few days, we're going to have another nice day on the way for tomorrow with lighter winds, still a bit breezy out of the southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, most of Thursday will be dry. This storm chance isn't until after sunset Thursday night, so we've got another nice day for most of Thursday. Then we start to bring in more rain chances and back to the cooler weather for the end of the week. So the big picture here, we're drying out here for the rest of today into tomorrow and again into the first half of Thursday. But check this out, another storm system will be entering the southern plains, and yeah, that's going to increase rain chances once again. So here we go, Thursday evening, the chance of rain highest in western Oklahoma. This will be spreading east as we head into Thursday night. We'll call it an 80% chance for showers and thunderstorms here in Norman. Not really expecting severe weather, but just a slight chance of some gusty winds with these storms. And then on Friday, lingering rain is possible, especially across southern portions of our state. Rainfall amounts with this next system will be lighter. We're not talking about widespread 1 to 3 inch amounts like we saw yesterday and Monday, but yeah, maybe a 1/4 inch to 1/3 of an inch here in the metro. Southern Oklahoma will see the heavier amounts with a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain Thursday into Friday. A live look outside right now at the South Oval here at the University of Oklahoma shows clear blue skies, current temperature 64 degrees, that west wind down to 11 miles per hour now. And overnight tonight, lows will be in the 40s for most areas, 42 in Norman. Guyman getting all the way down to 33 overnight, and your Wednesday forecast calls for highs in the mid to upper 60s, 67 in Norman, Lawton topping out around 69 degrees, and Elk City will have 65 for Wednesday afternoon. Your 7-day forecast shows a nice day for tomorrow and for most of Thursday. Then the storms roll in Thursday night into Friday, and yeah, it's going to be a cool stretch Friday into Saturday. Stone?
Thanks, Josh. The University of Oklahoma Fit and Rec is working with F45 again to put on a winter challenge for students. Students to improve their overall fitness and eating habits.
Our coaches are there to motivate, assist with form correction and for modifications. And it's focusing on functional training. So we're looking at performance, developing good functional movement, improving health and fitness, and moving in ways that we do every day.
The challenge takes place through the end of the semester.
Well, I know of some guys who are definitely going to be up for a fitness challenge. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they're looking to win their first game of the season tonight as they host the Los Angeles Clippers.
And OU Volleyball returns to McCaslin Fieldhouse to host a top 15 team. Jimmy Wicks has more in sports.
That's right, OU volleyball debuted some new unis, and stick around to see which Thunder Stars will be on the floor tonight. Up next on Sports. We've got the Thunder and OU basketball both hitting the floor tonight, and OU women's golf continues their impressive season. Hello, I'm Jimmy Wicks, and it's time for sports. Another week, another tough conference matchup for the Sooners, but Brent Venables is pumped for the game with the Cyclones.
Got a great challenge this week going up to Ames, Iowa, to have a chance to play Iowa State. Matt Campbell, they got the top defense in the conference. I think they're 6th in the country in scoring defense. They've done a fabulous job. We're going to be judged again by how we finish. This game is about mental toughness and fortitude and perseverance and the will to win.
And on the hardwood, the Sooners host an exhibition matchup against Oklahoma City University tonight at the Lloyd Noble Center. New transfers Joe Bamasil and Grant Sherfield highlight the incoming Sooner transfers.
Great. I mean, Joe's always ready to shoot. That's one thing you will know about Joe. You get to know he's always going to be ready to shoot the ball. And he's a freak athlete. So, I mean, he's always cutting to the rim, so he's always a big target. So I just love when I can be able to get Joe an easy basket or, vice versa, either way.
Fresh off a back-to-back like the cover of Lethal Weapon, the Thunder return to action tonight hosting the Los Angeles Clippers. With recent injuries to Josh Giddey and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Thunder are looking to get back into rhythm without the duo.
Offensively, I thought we had some rhythm tonight. I thought we generated some good looks. We had some really good spurts where the ball was ahead of them and we generated good stuff. So we'll evaluate it, and it's an opportunity. We certainly want him playing as many games as possible, but it's an opportunity to learn about our team and the other guys, when we're missing a player with the potency of Shai.
Down in sunny San Marcos, Texas, OU women's golf continues to impress on the links. Michaela Fortuna and Nina Long flourished, notching top 15 finishes in the tournament. The Sooners have closed the door on their fall season and opened their spring schedule at the Westbrook Invitational February 26th through 27th. And ding, ding, it's round 2 against the Baylor Bears volleyball team tomorrow night at McCaslin Fieldhouse. The Sooners haven't beat Baylor since 2015, but hopefully with the new Unity uniforms, they can bring some luck to the determined OU volleyball squad. And yeah, guys, I'm hoping volleyball will get a W in those Unity uniforms just like OU football did last week. Stone, Addie, back to you.
Well, it seemed to work out for OU football to get back on track, so it should for volleyball.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the Unity jerseys are a great touch for OU as a program in general.
It's a great message. The countdown to Halloween is on with less than a week to go, and Norman is buzzing with excitement.
We'll fill you guys in on some of the fun and spooky events going on.
I'm Ireland Fitzer at the OU Nightly Update Desk. Police are now releasing more information about the school shooting that happened yesterday in St. Louis. Officials say the gunman used an AR-15 style rifle while carrying over 600 rounds of ammunition. The gunman also left a note behind. In it, it included how lonely he was, also saying, quote, "This was a perfect storm for a mass shooting." Addie, Stone.
Thanks, Ireland. If you're wanting to get in the Halloween spirit, we've got you covered.
First up, downtown Norman Fall Fest is back. On Friday, food trucks, live performances, moon bounces, and games are taking over Main Street.
But the fun doesn't stop there. This Saturday is Boo Treats on Main Street. It's a local trick-or-treating event with an outdoor family movie showing.
And if you strictly celebrate on the 31st, you can head over to Cedar Mall for Malloween for some trick-or-treating.
Josh is here to give us one last look at our forecast. Josh, what's the latest?
Well, we've got some nice fall weather on the way over the next 7 days. It's going to be dry and sunny tomorrow with a high in the upper 60s. Most of Thursday will be dry as well, but storm chances increasing Thursday night into Friday, and then it will be cooler Friday and Saturday, a high of just 57 degrees. The good news, we do start to warm back up. Look at that, upper 60s to mid 70s for highs by next Monday and Tuesday. So we do have to get through some more rain and cooler weather, but it does look like next week it will be getting quite a bit nicer. Stone, Addie?
Thanks, Josh, and thank you for joining us on OU Nightly.
Be sure to tune in weekdays live at 4:30. Good night.